Welcome back. This is Maggie. Good to see you. Yes, I've had a few days break, rest, relaxation, dealing with some incredible pain issues that I absolutely ignored to begin with. Began Thursday, not able to move, and I went, yeah, I've done some muscle damage here. Hi, Karen. Hi, Nins. And I just figured, yeah, it's probably just fibromyalgia on overload. By this morning, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. Off to the doctors to get the massive painkillers. Yeah, so it's all good. That's how it is in my world, and I'm back together again. You know, I'm the one who's always busy telling people to take care of themselves and do what they need to do. I'm also the last one to do it because I think, yep, she's right, I've strained a muscle, I've done too much, or it's fibromyalgia on overload. And yeah, she turned out to be fibromyalgia on overload and strained muscles, but you get that. But now I've got great painkillers, so I'm all good to go. I won't know if I'm straining anything. Okay, so look, every time I sit in front of this computer, I itch like a mangy dog because them upstairs go, whoa, she's here. The doors are open. We need to be talking. And it's like, please, really, darling? Please. Hi, babe. We are not talking to you, spirit guides, or whoever you call yourself at the moment. This is our Have a Chat Day. And yeah, it's an Australia Day weekend, but it's all good. I love being in Australia. I'm one of the original boat people. Hi, Sashi. I'm literally one of the original boat people. I came here in 1962 on the Oriana, 10-pound poms, mum, dad, and 8 kids. You know, pretty good. Oh, the trip was gorgeous. But I consider myself a settler. Boat person settler. But this has become my home. It's become more than somewhere to live. My blood lies within the ground. My parents are buried here. My brothers are buried here. My sister's buried here. My son is buried here. My daughter is buried here. So that makes sure, you know, the links to the land become strong when your blood lies within the land. So me, I'm just very grateful that the boat people were accepted. In fact, we were welcomed when I came along. Okay, now, because it's Australia Day and it's usually a family thing, these long weekends, I thought we'd have a look about the meaning of family. How does family work? Well, usually we muddle along. We usually muddle along, and some of us have got great connections with family, and some have got not so great. It's like the good, the bad, the ugly. It's like it's all one melting pot. Let's break family up, shall we? Hi, Bernadette. Oh, I'm not talking to you up there. Let's break family up. F. Family begins with F. Let's have a look at some words that give us F. Father. The first, well, obviously we need a father, or we wouldn't be here. Fathers have strong influences about how we grow and how we live our lives and how we perceive things to be. We learn a lot from our fathers. Having said that, we learn a lot from our fathers who are absent. There are many fathers who are absent in many ways. Some are emotionally absent, some are physically absent, some are just not there. Some are literally sperm donors. It's that simple. So when we look at what we learn from the father, we learn our life's principles. We learn what we believe in. We learn how to stand strong. We learn fairness, but we also learn failure if we accept it. When we're children, the first part of family, F-A-M, fam, operates in your childhood. It operates in your learning. So we learn from the father, whether the father is there or the father is not there. We learn from how our father treats our mother. You know, my grandmother always said to me, don't go have anything to do with anybody, any bloke, until you see how he treats his mother. Very wise words, those, and very, very true. So we look at where the father fits in, and we look at what we've taken from our father. You know, we're a family of 12, and a lot of us have, well, all of us actually, have taken different things from the teaching of my father. Some are very damaged, some are very blame, blame, blame. You did this, if he'd have done that, nope. You're adults now, sweetheart. The father influence can be lifelong, but we have a choice how we see it. We have a choice. We have a right to be born. We have a right to a father. But we don't have the right to decide what we take and what we expect or accept from that father. Hi, Kat. Hi, Linda. What happens is we learn strength and we learn our own space where the father image fits. Now, family, F, we've done A, and sits between F and M, and sits between father and mother. Hi, Jen. Hi, Paul. And is what you learn on the way. And the father teaches you this, and the mother teaches you this, and the sisters, and the brothers, and the aunties. It's like and is where all the extra bits comes from. It's where the advice, the support, the adaptability comes from. You see where I'm going now? I love breaking down words because they give you so much more meaning and understanding. M, mother. That's a big one, isn't it? Because have you ever opened your mouth and your mother jumped out? Oh, hell yeah, it's a bit of a worry. My daughter said that to me the other day. She said, oh God, Mom, I've opened my mouth and you've jumped out. Mother is about maturity. We learn our maturity from our mothers. We learn mothering or not mothering. Not all mothers are maternal. It's as simple as that. And not all birth mothers are the mother. So it's like we need what we learn from the mothering experience, or how we've been mothered, or how we've been taught to mother. We either learn that we're going to repeat the good bits and leave out the bad bits, or be better than, or be bigger than. The maturity, the mothering gives you a sense of belonging. What if the mother's absent, physically, mentally, emotionally? Yes, you've got to deal with that. You've got to learn how to deal with that. You cannot carry it into the biggest part of your life. You know, when you look at it, your parents have probably got the biggest control or input in your life from the day you were born, probably until early teens. Now, if you look at that in a lifetime, I mean, I'm 70 this year, fantastic, just saying. But that's 55 years that I have had control of my life. Think about that. So if we allow a very small thing of our lives to control us and dictate how we move forward, we need to move. We need to look at it. So we've got the father, the and the mother. Now that fam is the first part of your life. Then we move into I, F-A-M, I. That's when you begin becoming an individual. It's when we begin learning to stand on our own feet. It's when we begin learning to go, oh my God, I wish I'd listened. Oh my God, she was right. Or it's when we move into our own identity. It's when we cease to become the child and we're beginning to become the adult, the in charge, in control. God forgive us, some of us end up looking and mothering young ones and we've got no idea what we're doing. It's just that simple. I becomes individual. F-A-M, your established base. I, you become an individual. You learn your individual choices. You learn your individual mistakes. You learn your individual strengths and powers. Yes, we fall back on what we've learned and gained or not learned from our parents, because that's just the way we are. But we're learning now, when we hit I, it's about an individual personality, respect for what you have been gifted, because no matter what kind of parents you got, you wouldn't have been here without. End of story. Now, some of us have had the most wonderful experiences with parents, and some of us had some pretty strange ones. I choose to focus on the good ones. I have learned from the rough ones. I didn't learn well enough or quick enough, but seriously, I've learned from the rough ones. And I'd like to think that I've got to a point where I would make different choices now. That's when you move into your I, when you're beginning to stand alone. And this is often a time when families separate, when you go different directions, when you all go off in a different way. Sometimes we come back together, sometimes they don't. L stands for love. I think love's on autopilot for a long time in our lives. We accept or we expect that our parents love us. It's like we accept it like the air that we breathe, or we stress because we feel they don't love us, or we feel they are not good enough, or we're not good enough. And it's like, that's now you're going back. When you move into love, you move into total commitment to your reality, to yourself, to how you work with the world. When you move into a state of love, you are an empowered being. You are strong, you are vital, you're alive, you're an empowered being. So you see how we move through family. It's like a little journey, like a massive journey. So when we move into love, we move into understanding, we move into compassion, we move into caring, we move into sharing, and we move into looking back on the FAM, the father and the mother that created the I. And for many of us, there are such wonderful memories, and for some of us, they're not so good. But when you look at the positives, what were you gifted? What did you learn? What is the greatest thing that your parents gave you? My father, for all of his wild child things, for all of his alcoholism and his violence and his insecurities, he made me strong. He taught me to be strong. My mother gave me laughter. She gave me joy. Okay. FAMILY. Y equals you. Y equals you. You, your hopes, your dreams, your direction. What do you want? It's like you are standing in your own strength now. You're a separate human being. You don't need to stand in anybody's shadow or blame anybody for where you are right now. You are you. You have the power to choose any life you wish. You have the power to walk away from your father and mother and the background if that works for you. You have the power to embrace love. You have the power to create. You have the power to be whatever you like. And if you look at it again, FAMILY, father and mother, I love you. You know, I just love playing with words, because when you sit down and think about it, they give you so much. They give you such an amazing connection. There's so much in there. But the biggest words that stand out for me are the I and the you. When we become strong and safe and sure within who we are, we don't have to blame anybody else. We don't need anybody else to hold us up. We can be compassionate to those who brought us up maybe in not what would have been for us an accepted manner. You know, honestly, I seriously didn't realize I'd had a rotten childhood until I was told. And even then, it's like looking back, yeah, you know, it was like, really? Really? Okay, this is Flash. So, you know, obviously there are a few things a bit off here, but seriously, I'm happy being the I that I am. I'm happy with the Y, the you. Hi, Shirley. So it's like this is a fantastic opportunity to explore the word family and see how it all sits in your life. Do you need to walk away from the FAM? Have you become an I? Have you become a you? Hi, Melissa. Have you embraced love? Okay, let's have a look at what we've got to Sisters energy-wise. Oh, amazing. Don't you just love coincidence, if there is such a thing, which I don't believe. Family. This is a time to concentrate on what the family means to you, what your family means to you, what your place in family. Now, let's also not forget that family isn't always a birth situation. I have an amazing family scattered across this great country of ours. My sisters in spirit, they are my family. We all have family of the heart. We have people that we love. So when you're looking at the word family, look at it through other eyes. So if I look at the word family as in not biological, father, how many fathers has there been in my life? How many men have I been able to trust, to rely on completely? A handful. And the friends, the this, the that, loads and loads and loads. The mother. You know, so many women, God bless their hearts, have mothered me and protected me and looked after me and taken care of me and love. So many people have taught me so much about how to love myself, how to love every minute of my life. So work with family, peeps. Okay, let's have a look what's happening here. Yeah, and let go of the disasters. Don't let the disasters or the troubles or whatever, don't let that pull you down. What you can't change, walk away from, let go. If we dwell on the could have done, should have done, but if, well, we're not helping ourselves. We're not living in the I. We're not living in the why. We're not living in love. We're living in the and. Father and mother, let's blame the lot. It's like acceptance, darling. We're adults. We're grown. Hi, Lynn. How do we find things out? What are you looking at finding out, Ellen? Okay, let's have a look at the next energy strip that we've got for the next day or two. It's like we can either carry our issues, our dramas, our connections to our world, you know, our grievances, but I'm this because my mother did this, or my mother wasn't there, or my father wasn't there, or this one did this. We can carry that light in front of us like a massive big barrier. Or we can be open to new ideas. We can be open to new ways of looking at things, new directions. So, you know, play with that family thing for a little while and have a look at it. Okay, now, tomorrow night, yes, I know it's a public holiday, but we will be doing messages from heaven. So, hi, Joey. Haven't seen you since God was a boy, darling. How's your mum and dad? So, yes, tomorrow night we will be doing messages from heaven, and that's where we chat to spirits from the other side, and they come in and have a chat. And I know it's the 27th of January. I was told by a beloved spirit that he'd be back on the 27th of January. Well, he's been back all day, so I'll have a chat to him later. God love his heart. Yes, we will be talking tomorrow night. Tuesday nights are healing. So, you know, if you've got someone to add to the list, please feel free to do that. before this week's out, I'm going to be setting up an online healing session. Seriously, don't know how it's going to work, don't know how it's going to go. But then again, if we don't try, we'll never know, will we? Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. 6 until 7, we'll be here. Take care, darlings, and enjoy the rest of your long weekend. I intend to. Bless.